and today I'm going to be talking about making the transformation to more productive drinks, so to speak. Chances are, if you live in England, you're a tea drinker. We all love a cup of tea, but there are a few problems with excess tea drinking that after the age of 40 you may come across. So we're all used to the typical mature tea, a black tea, which is mature. Unfortunately, black teas, the problem with black teas is, as well as they're not the highest on the antioxidant scale, you hear me talk about antioxidants all the time, because like I say, antioxidants stop oxidation by donating electrons. They stop the free radical chain, so to speak. But going back to the teas, if you're a tea drinker and you like your cups of tea, there's a problem with tea, and that problem is oxalic acid. The problem with oxalic acid is oxalic acid binds with calcium in your bloodstream and in your body. Constant tea drinking will bring this about, and it turns into calcium oxalate crystals, and those calcium oxalate crystals will impact your kidneys at some point. They will also impact bringing on kidney stones. They will also impact your eyes. Microscopic arterioles we're on about, guys. Okay, as in the kidneys, as in the eyes. In the eyes, right, you'll suffer from, you'll be bringing on cataracts of the eyes and not know it. With oxalic acid being bound to calcium, forming calcium oxalate crystals. This will also bring about gout and arthritic conditions. What can you do? Well, rather than drink, I'm not saying you've got to stop drinking tea here, guys, because I still have a drink of tea myself. What can you do? Right, one of the ways is to introduce more beneficial teas to your regimen, your diet, your typical day. Introduce more beneficial teas. So today I'd like to introduce you a tea from South Africa called rooibos or breadbush. It's a bushman's tea. It was made famous by Anique Theron, a very famous lady who wrote a book about redbush tea, and unfortunately passed last year, and gave lots of insight into the ability of redbush tea to get rid of colic in children. She was the first lady to give an insight into that, and I don't know whether she wrote more than, I've read the one book, I don't know whether she wrote more than one book, but she brought the spotlight down on redbush tea from South Africa. So I thought we'd introduce you. Now, like I say, one of the great things about redbush is there is no oxalic acid in it. So it's not going to bind up with calcium, okay? It's far higher in antioxidants. It's low in tannin and there's no caffeine. And it's just a supreme way of getting rid of the eye levels if you're a tea drinker, and whether you're an heart patient or you're not. If you're a tea drinker, there's so many fantastic teas, and I thought, well, I'll start talking about the teas because they're really, really interesting. And redbush from South Africa, it clearly does make red tea as well, which I'll try and show you here. As you can see, I have the stevia product, which is a sweetener from stevia side leaf from South American rainforest, I do believe. And like I said, when I use stevia side as a sweetener, I find it easier to add a little bit of hot water and turn it into a liquid to use. At least 100 times sweeter than sugar, and sugar you want to eradicate. I've already spoke on sugar, so I'm not going to go on. And of course, we have a lovely sweetener in honey. Now, this is just another honey. This is a fantastic honey, this one. It's the first time I've tried this one, and this one, big shout out to the people who do this one, but this is a beautiful honey. With that said, let's pour the tea. And I just want to say, can you see how red that is? That's red tea. Fabulous. Rue bush, red bush, the Bushmen of South Africa. They've come to Staffordshire. You can just see how red that is. And I just want to say, you're not going to be able to see that, are you? I just want to say this. If you're ever going to use it, it doesn't matter about stevia side, it doesn't matter about how you use that in red hot drinks. Honey. If you put anything, whenever you're using honey, guys, and you put it in a really hot drink, right, you're turning it into just another supermarket honey. This is a raw honey. So you must wait for the tea to get tepid. And then you can use the honey. Otherwise, you're damaging the structure of the honey and the digestive enzymes will be killed. You'll kill, or you can even smell it from here, you'll kill the digestive enzymes. So if that was a supermarket honey, see, it'll tip all over the place because it's useless. This is this is a live product. You can even see little bits of pollen in it. Fantastic honey, this one. There you go, that's raw honey. But always when you're using your honey, guys, and you're using raw honey with your teas, wait for the tea to go tepid. Otherwise, you'll destroy the enzymes and you will lose the benefit of the honey. Okay? I'll be back with some more talks on various teas that I happen to use. I do happen to use this product, see, so I'm not just pushing a product. It's a great tea, and it's the best tea for digestive problems.